Well, it's certainly challenging for the whole property sector, and what this crisis appears to be doing is accelerating a lot of trends that were already in place. And if you think back to pre-crisis, you had Amazon with its impact on the retail sector and retail property in general. Companies like WeWork changing the way companies use their office space, Airbnb in hotels. So a lot of things have been changing pre-crisis. Lease lengths as well. If you go back to 1996, the average lease was around 20 years, and that's gradually shortened over the last 20 odd years, and it's now around about 5. So a lot of trends are already in place. I think one of the things that this virus is doing in this period of disruption is to accelerate a certain amount of change that was already happening. So I think, clearly, we've all got a lot more used to relying on online deliveries. We're a lot more perhaps uncertain about how we treat office space in the future. For example, we've had this sort of huge relocation of people from desks in cities to working at home. And that appears to be sort of remarkably smooth for many people. And I think that as we come out of this period, as almost undoubtedly we will, I think companies, individuals will be questioning about, well, how much office space do we need in the new world? And historically, companies would spend, let's say, £10,000 per person on equipping an office, renting office space out. Well, how about they start spending that on helping people at home in terms of creating a more conducive environment for working at home in terms of, sort of better seating, creating it as a proper at-home workspace.
Dave, so it sounds to me, Steve has been roaming around London for the last few weeks, and he's been giving us this informal crane count. And all of those cranes represent new capacity coming into the market over the next few years here. Given what you've said here, it sounds to me as though a lot of that capacity is going to arrive and not find customers. Does that suggest then we are looking at another leg down in terms of commercial property values, and it won't just be retail and hospitality or leisure at this point, it will be office that joins in that decline?
Well, there's certainly potential for that. A certain amount of the office space coming on stream will have been pre-let, some pre-agreed deals, but there are some challenges. As a lot of companies which have taken flexible space decide, well, maybe we don't need that flexible space. We can work more from home than we did before, and at the margin, you will get an oversupply of space. So I think certainly there's downward pressure on office space, and companies also need to think about how they configure it to make it attractive to companies to take, so that people want to go in to work. I think we're not. Companies can't operate wholly remotely. They do need a central hub of some sort. You don't get the interaction, obviously, between colleagues, the debate, or the social benefits of being all in one place. But I think how much space you need post-COVID is questionable. Maybe companies can rely on 80% of the space they had before. But it does take a long period of adjustment. People they're used to having their own desks. They have to change the way they operate and conduct their activities in the office.